Hello everyone, this is Henny, or Heno, whatever the hell you want to call me, back with a pretty out of nowhere video. Just wanted to make a quick roster update video here on what I currently have and what my plans are moving forward, slightly before Thaemine releases tomorrow, or maybe if it's released tomorrow, it'll be the day of. Took a break slightly after Brel's PC issues, and returned around my con's release, and took another break around Boltus. Just want to show off what I've got since I've been working on the account. Probably the biggest difference in my roster is I no longer have my Zerk in my top 6. I dropped the class, I wasn't really enjoying it that much, and trust me to say it's worth the whatever math you have left sticking on it. I think right now I have about like 3 million shards and like 3k leaps, and it's like I was having fun, so I just dropped it slowly over time. Wasn't an issue with like its damage or utility, it just wasn't fun, period, so just dropped it. Didn't help that Slayer was way more fun, way more damage. If you have Predator, probably more utility as well, so it's like an easy switch for me. It did suck initially because when I swapped it over, I was having a 50 and 40 takeover for gold, so I'm losing a lot of gold from a con, using some more mats and all that stuff, but it still was worth it in the end. It's not worth playing a class you don't like in this game. Game is way more fun when you actually enjoy what you're playing. Big additions here since Brel are probably the Artist, the Breaker who came out recently, and my Slayer obviously. There is one more class added, but it's still sticking around 1540. It's my Soldier. Class is pretty fun, but Breaker was way more fun when it came out, so I decided to power pass that thing instead. So some of my older characters like my Deathblade who dropped off top 6, and also still have my Sork sitting in Surmerge. Moving on to the actual review, my top 6, as you can see here, are Barrage Artillerist. Obviously the supports Artist and Bard, Evil Scouter, Ashura Breaker, and Punisher Slayer. Currently having the most fun in order with my Breaker. Both are tied in the Artillerist and Machinist. Machinist will be a little bit higher up. And my two supports still enjoy just as much as my Artillerist. Slayer's at the bottom, but not too far behind. The class is still really fun. The only thing I don't like is not critting, and that's actually pretty miserable, but maybe with Elixirs it'll be better, and I won't feel the need to. As for account-wide stuff, what I have so far, let's go over the cards first. A lot of my friends are way further ahead of me because it took 2 breaks that took a while, but I think I'm sitting at a pretty alright spot right now. Currently I have Light of Salvation, Master of Spears, and Lost Wind Cliff. Oh, Lost Wind. Cliff all maxed out with KLC a little bit further behind. Fortunately, I'm not getting that many clown drops, so he's sitting over here. Thaemine is pretty nice to me, so I'm pretty far along. Only got 8 more cards here. I think there's another 6 cards here, and Con another 6 cards as well. So I'm pretty far along. KLC is probably gonna be here for a while, but again, doesn't really matter. As for my damage, again, I'm sitting alright. I have 4.9 demon damage and 2.6 beast. I would be a lot further along, but unfortunately, Cardiac Speed is rough. I have probably like around 20 to 30 purple selectors and like 4 legendary selectors, but I still am missing a bunch of cards you can see here. Like 4 of these, I can fix that. Dawn is not showing up here. I don't think I've seen a single card in like about 5 to 6 months, but it just depends on what I'm opening, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to selector him all the way there, but it should be fine. Got some random purples here or there I need to finish. Just waiting until I have enough purple selectors to finish all of them. Yeah, Galter too. I need that set finished. And where's he at? Varkin and where's the other one? Yeah, Varkin and Vigris. They're gonna be in shop, so eventually they'll be finished, and I should be able to finish all this demon damage. A lot of it is legendaries not being done, but that's fine. As for Adventure Islands, collectible stuff, kind of whatever, but I've done most of this. Island Souls, I'm just missing Lili and Satino from Yearning Isle. Probably not going to finish it unless the 100 reward is worth it, but really isn't. I'll wait for more islands to come out. Roll the Triles, don't really care about it, so I'm not going to do it. Igneas might do it. I'm pretty far along. But a lot of these are just the annoying stuff. This is the mushrooms. This one I'm probably not going to bother with it, but if I ever get bored enough, I'll do it. As for what I have and my plans, Artillerist will definitely be my main moving forward over my Zerker. This is mostly from a safety standpoint because it's currently pretty good damage. It has really good utility. The only real negative about the class would be its mobility, but you can get over that pretty easily. I don't have to worry about any buffs or nerfs because the class is like pretty good, but not good enough to be nerfed like all the other top tier classes. Gatekeeping isn't really an issue, and I do still enjoy the class a lot, especially after the balance patch with the fast, it's called barrage mode. Instead of it lasted like 10 seconds, like 5 seconds to go in and out. Pretty nice. As for what I got luckily 96 quality not that long ago. It was sitting at 80, like 78 or 82 for like the longest time, and just one tap a day eventually just hit. Pretty good. Everything else qualities are not bad. Some could be fixed, but for now it's fine. Bracelet, once again, it's fine. That could be better, but it's whatever. Got the stone, need to fix this one. Elixirs are not great, but it's what I got so far. Still got a few more I need to cut today. Are they decent amount? Hopefully I get something out of that. But right now I'm sitting at around 30 with all the stuff I have. I have a 144 and a 43, so that might help you get a 40 or 35 step once I get legendary elixirs. As for engravings, these 5 is 3+1. Gems, finally got my level 10 about a few weeks ago when all the prices started going down, which is nice. He's ready for Thaemine tomorrow, which should be pretty good. The only things I need to really worry about are getting my last 2 pieces of yaws here. Both these I got lucky with the openings, the free packs they gave us. As for last upgrades, maybe do a few more qualities upgrade, maybe a better bracelet, but that's kind of whatever. Probably the easiest upgrade is going to be a lot of cooldown gems so I can get into barrage faster, because even if you do a quick rotation, if you do it well, both of your flamethrower and your gravity will still be on cooldown, so shortening that will be very nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the Artillerist. Both my swords I'm sort of happy with, but they definitely could use some more upgrades once I do have a little more money to spend on. All these are just alright, especially swiftness is like not the greatest, but it's fine. Bracelet is okay, it's fortunately all I can get with a dagger exposed, so I don't mind it because 776 is still good enough for almost 100% uptime. Don't worry about that. Sitting with a 5-3. This doesn't matter because you overcap speed. Gems, specifically, I have my 8s on my 3 main skills, my brand and my 2 spell skills. Everything else is 7, which is fine. It's just for Chaos Dungeon in the middle. Is there anything else? I guess qualities are pretty good on this character. Other characters not as great, but yeah, these are all fine. Maybe I can fix these 2, but that's gonna be like whatever. It's a late game thing. Also have my Bard here, 1610. Once again, both ready for Thaemine as well. Stuff is a little bit worse than my Bard, especially my non-helmet, but it's fine. Not the worst. Definitely could use some help, but it's alright. Qualities are just sort of whatever from my bracelet, my necklace, but fixing this is a little more expensive, so once again, I'm leaving it alone. Everything else is decent, it's alright. Fortunately, can't find a expose or dagger on this character that isn't really terrible stats, and this one just gives so many stats that are really good for her. Sticking with this for now, but yeah, I have this. But yeah, 83 swiftness is really bad. It takes me down all the way to 1756, which might give me full uptime, but I don't think it's worth it. And I think the other support in my Thaemine party has dagger already, so it should be fine. Sticking with this. I have a max MP setup, and I also have a stagger setup I need to swap over. Use slightly different skills. The only swap I make is Sound Shock over Stigma. I like this build a lot when I don't need to stagger, because for me, safety in this has a little bit of stagger. It doesn't really matter, but it's more about having brand and giving meter at the same time. So with these 2 skills, my meter is like pretty decent and decent branding as well, so I can just stick with this. Sonar TL isn't a skill I really like, that's why I don't really use it, but it's still pretty good though. I just don't like it personally. As for everything else, gems, again, level 8s on both of my main skills, everything else 7. I'll probably fix this Rhapsody eventually, but so whatever. And yeah, that's it for the Bard. Of the guarantees on my roster, who will probably stay on the roster for the longest period of time, it's definitely going to be my Evil Scouter, my favorite child. Since it came out, even when it was like pretty bad, back in what, October, right before Clown, it's always my favorite class. The class identity and the power fantasy are just there. I don't know, what can I say? Playing as Iron Man is just really damn fun. It's probably it's an alright spot right now. It might get buffs in the future, but I know for sure it definitely won't get any nerfs. It's an average working class. It's never going to be the top dog MVP, but it's also never going to be bottom DPS since you're playing with some really, really good players. It's nice and safe. I like doing it for Prog, which unfortunately can't do for Thaemine because he's not there yet, but he should be there for Thaemine in a few weeks or so, depending on my luck on him. Definitely want to get some bracelets and, not bracelets, elixirs and level 10 damage gem on this. Fortunately, I lost the gamble, that's why I have a level 10 CD here, and not a level 10, level 10 CD over level 10 damage, but still fine right now. Does good damage. Alright. What else am I missing here? Yeah, I think it's probably the character I spent the most when it comes to accessories, because I want to get as high spec as possible. So, bracelet, almost max. Earring, this is the way it's fixed the most, it's 6 off. Actually, I can check that later, but yeah, I want to fix this one. 293, again, I need to fix this one. This one's 200, this one's 197. Bracelet, it's so close to being perfect, and I have one more reroll, but I don't want to touch this, because like, if I get something that's way worse than swiftness, I just don't want to deal with it. Maybe I should still roll it anyways, but it's whatever if I don't do it. Swift is definitely worse than getting crit, and Swift is kind of whatever, but what can I complain about? It's 118 spec, dex, and circulate. Make sure I have as much spec as possible for everything else. As for his qualities, they're really, really whatever. Especially his weapon. He's next in line for me to 1 tap per day to hopefully push him above 90, but we'll see what happens with this. Maybe it'll get better, but it's whatever. He's 5x3 plus 1. Only replacement here would be if I get a 9-7, so I can switch over to Adrenaline 2, Evil 3. And elixirs, I don't know what I'm doing with that, but I think he's a master class. If he's critical, I'll pick that, doesn't matter. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. Oh, I guess one last thing about him is like, even if the class does end up falling off really hard, this is one of the rare classes where I actually love playing both builds, and I almost made a second scouter just to play AT scouter. And for some reason, if Evo ever dies out, I will probably switch over to AT Scouter because it's something I used to play when I played Hellboats way back when. I don't have any titles, but I did like doing a little bit of Hellboat way back when. Next in line here is the new blood on the street, Breaker. What can I say? New classes are always super fun, and this character does so much damage, it's so ridiculous. Haven't built him yet past the engraving support, so he's still 5x3, but it's nice because I can sit with basically max crit. 500, 300, 300, 300, 200, 200, and a 118 crit on my bracelet. Right now he's sitting at 1600, he's just doing Voltus normal to pick up some elixirs. Haven't cut anything yet, he has... Oh, I did cut actually, never mind. Probably from some of the free ones they gave me. They're mid, they're whatever. They're fine for now. They're just something to give them some damage at the moment. Qualities are just okay considering how many they gave us. It's kind of mediocre, but 96, 85, yada yada. Weapon got really unlucky. So many people I know got like 95 plus. And I'm sitting here like with a 78. It's alright, but definitely could have been better. I still pumps even without it though, so I'm kind of happy. Already have a 7 stone this character, so should be pretty easy to get my 5/3 plus 1 once I do push on. I think I'm gonna make it with a +1 adrenaline and go Keen Bun, I think is where we're supposed to go there, and just pick up Master. I should be able to get all the crit I need, which is nice. Right now I'm sitting with the level 9 gem, and eventually I will be looking to get it to level 10 first over my Scouter, because he's probably gonna make it to Thaemine first, and I definitely want to be as strong as possible for that raid, because even if I can go with 5/3 plus 1 in level 10, don't want to imposter too hard there, because even at 16, 10, you do want to bring decent damage, especially as a 1 gem class. It shouldn't be too expensive. And as for my bracelet, I got really lucky with this one. I cut like 100 to 200 bracelets and landed on this one. I have a ton of them sitting around, but this one was probably the best one. Just Swift at triple line, and it rolled, I think that's epic battle, 118 crit and strength. It lines up with around like 12 to 30% damage increase, which is really nice for this class. Yeah, Brawl King is fun, but I'm sure it's just way more fun. Standing around the boss, beating it is pretty fun. Last is really not least is my Slayer. Unfortunately, probably the class who has the highest chance of getting dropped, but right now still having a lot of fun with the class. She's sitting alright, her qualities are pretty good. Well, armor is whatever, but the weapon is the big thing. 99 quality is pretty good for this class. Want to maximize damage as much as possible. Qualities are pretty bad, honestly. Definitely need a lot of help, and it's mostly because I have a 6-7 stone, so I need to get higher stuff on all my stuff. Bracelet is pretty bad, all things considered. No crit is unfortunate, but again, high spec. Swiftness isn't that bad, and say also more damage. Sitting with a 5x3 right now. Gems, just a vet right now, and a level 9 guillotine. I did have a level 9 on my Bloodlust before, and I do plan on getting a level 9 Bloodlust and a Brutal, but that's after I finish my 210s on my Scouter and my Ashura, because they're definitely higher priority. Honestly, not much to say here. Class is fun, but if the next class is the more fun, well, it's fortunately going on the chopping block. As for the rest of my characters, nothing special, honestly. Pretty much just all low-punk slaves. My soldier has a chance of moving out to 1580, but only if the next class is really bad and I need something to push with the next power pass. Again, nothing special. All of them are just 5x3 with level 5. Oh, not this. 5x3 with level 5 gems. Just to do low pang, cubes, and Chaos Legion if I have extra time. Like I mentioned, if you don't like the class, just drop it. It's not worth the time. This class has 94 weapon quality. Pretty much has a full set of Akon gear. Almost. I think he just uses armor. So if I did one more Akon, I'd be done. Bracelet is okay. Stone was decent, I guess. Biggest unfortunate thing is the shards and all of the everything else, but it's worth it. Just drop it. Don't worry about it. Because having fun in this game matters way more than losing all this time, I guess, energy on that class. That's pretty much it. Now I guess I can show off like what I have sitting around. Cause yeah, I maxed out my inventory with securities. This is currently where I'm holding all my stuff. I have 15 purple selectors here and 15 of the ults purple selectors and 12 of the new ones. So that's how much you know. I have a lot of purple cards waiting until I have all of them done, so I can up on all of them. I have some of these. These are all for beast damage. Just waiting until I get more of those cards. Gnosis will be done by himself because he's from the merchant. The other two I gotta check. And I got 4 selectors right now. They're for everything, so they're probably gonna go into Gadon because I don't really have an easy source of picking them up because the cards I'm opening up are only for pretty much everything except for him, because they're all the generic cards, the Legion Commanders and Vigris and what's his name? Vigris and Markin. But those are in merchants, so it should be fine. As for my final plans, I sort of went over already, but current plans is tomorrow, or today if it's uploaded tomorrow, is gonna do my 3 Thaemines, all my top 3, my Artillerist, Artist, and Bard. I will bring all 3 of these up to 1600, and then move both my Breaker and my Scouter up to 1610 with Slayer sitting around until I have extra gold to play with. After that is 1620 all top 3, and slowly moving up with everyone else as well. For Echidna, I probably will have my top 3 ready, maybe these 2 as well, but it's not helpful. Behemoth, honestly, unless I get insanely lucky, probably not happening, because 1640 is kind of crazy to go for at the moment. My reserves are pretty much empty because I just finished honing them not too long ago. But hey, let's see what the future has for us. Yeah. Oh, and I guess technically moving these top 3 as well to 1630 for hard transcendence, because especially for Bard, I really want to get 1630 because the bonus set effect, I think from 7, those 7 transcendence is like insane on her. Because there's like a 30% chance of refunding a third of the meter you spend. So if you 3 bar, you immediately get back a single bar, which is massive for that class. Yep, I think that's pretty much everything. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.